Dear students, I have come with a new module, that is legal position of minor regarding agreements. We know that a minor, if he is entering into any agreement or a contract, it's a void contract. So who is a minor? Minor is a person who is not a major. Now what is the age limit for a minor? So here in the case of UK, it's 21 years. When they will complete 21 years, they will be considered as major. But here you have to remember, in India, it's 18 years. Once you complete 18 years, you will get the voting right and you will be considered as a major. But if a guardian is appointed by the court, that meaning if parents are not alive, the court will appoint a guardian. In that case, the age for the minor to become a major is 21 years. Now, minor's position regarding agreements, we have 19 points to cover. So, the first point is an agreement with or by a minor is void. Already I have mentioned that a contract by a minor is void. Any agreement entered into by a minor is void. So, here is an important case, Mohini Bibi versus Damodar Ghosh. Here in this case, a minor approached a money lender for 20,000 rupees by mortgaging his property. Money lender happily gave 8,000 rupees. Then the minor was not able to repay. So here what happened? Then the moneylender threatened the minor saying that I am going to sell the property or you have to repay that amount. So the matter went to the court because minor was not able to pay. Here the court decided that whatever contract or whatever agreement entered into by a minor is void and the moneylender cannot sell the property, cannot recollect the amount from the property and minor is not liable to pay. Second point is contract by a minor cannot be made valid. Imagine the situation, minor is claiming that when I will become a major, I will make this contract valid. He will be entering into contract when he is a minor. This is also not possible. Third is mortgage. We know that mortgage. We mortgage valuables with the bank to take loan. It may be house property, vehicle documents or any gold, silver, platinum, anything like that. So here minor, even if a banker or anybody, money lender is giving mortgage to a minor, by mortgaging the property, minor is getting some money, minor is not liable to refund the money, minor is not liable to pay that also. Now what is the position of minor's parents? A contract with the minor does not give the creditor any rights against minor's parents. Minor cannot take money or any benefit from anybody or any third party saying that my parents will be liable for that. No, they are not liable. So the parents' right for the minor is parents' duty to the minor is to provide the basic necessities. So parents are liable when the child, but you have to remember parents are liable when the child is acting as an agent. This is quite possible because when the parents are doing a business, sometimes the son or daughter will be acting as agent. So whatever as that agent, parents' agent, if the son or daughter is doing something, parents will be liable for that. Next point is claim for necessaries. So necessary meaning if a parent or a guardian, they have to provide, it's their duty to provide the basic necessities. It includes the basic education, food, clothing, shelter. But later, if the parents, if they want to reimburse from minor's property, that they will not do. But if the guardian, in the case guardian is appointed by the court, they have the right to reimburse it from the minor's property. Now, what is the position when a partnership, in the case of a partnership? A minor can be admitted to the benefits of partnership, provided it is an existing partnership and with the permission of all other partners. So here you have to remember that minor cannot enter into contract in the partnership. Either the parent will be entering on behalf of the minor or the guardian appointed by the court will be entering into contract. Next is minor can be a promisee or beneficiary. As parents, when we buy something, we will make the minor children promisee or beneficiary. So minor can be a payee, endorsee or promisee. Whenever we are writing the will or any valuables we are buying, we are making our minor children as a payee or endorsee or promisee. Next is insolvent. An insolvent meaning a person is giving the statement in the court saying that my assets are not liable to repay the liabilities. A minor cannot enter into an agreement. Whatever contract entered into by minor is void. So here a minor cannot be declared as an insolvent. Next is a minor can act as an agent. See, already in the business relationship, and a minor can act as an agent. So either it will be on behalf of the parents or it will be on when whatever he is doing, or it will be binding his parents because he is acting as an agent for them or the third parties. So that minor, if he is acting as an agent, it will be binding his parents or the third parties. Next is marriage contracts. we know that minors cannot get married. But once they will become the age of 18 for girls and 21 for boys, they can enter into marriage. So a contract to marry in future by a minor is void. They have to wait till they will become major. So here marriageable age for girl is 18 and boys is 21. Next is mortgage. Mortgage contracts by minor is void. We have already seen that minor cannot mortgage the property. So whatever he is mortgaging, it is a void contract. It has no legal validity. Similarly, in the case of lease, a lease agreement by a minor is void. We know that taking house property on lease for rent. So that if a minor is taking a contract for getting a property on lease, it has no legal validity. It is void contract. Purchase. A contract by a minor to purchase a property is void. Minor cannot enter into a contract with anybody to purchase a property. It has no legal validity. It is a void contract. Now sale. Sale by a minor is void. Minor cannot sell anything, and even if he is selling that, it will not have any effect. Next is partition. Partition agreement between parents and a minor child is not valid. So here you have to remember that minors cannot ask for the parents' property, the rights in the parents' property or share in the property. Parents will be writing a will and there they will be the beneficiary or promisee. A partition agreement between parents and minor children also is not valid. Next is compromise. A compromise petition. See, somebody has to give you 10,000 rupees. You are compromising, understanding his financial position. You are agreeing that only 8,000 or 10,000 you can pay. That compromise petition also is not possible to enter into by a contract. If a minor is entering into a compromise petition, that is also void. Now the guardianship. Guardians of minors are competent to contract on behalf of the minors. When a guardian is appointed by the court is when a minor child, his parents are not alive. So immediate family members will be appointed by the court. So the guardian will take care of the minor as real parents. But the minor personally incurs no contractual obligations for the contracts entered into by the guardian. Whatever guardian is entering into contract, it will be in their personal capacity. Now what is the position of minor shareholder? A minor cannot be a shareholder in a company being incompetent to enter into contract. But registration of shares or transmission of shares are allowed only if it is fully paid. So what is this condition? Whenever parents are buying the shares, they will keep the minor children as beneficiary or promisee. So if they want to register the shares are to be fully paid. Or if in the case of transmission, in the case of death of shareholder, if it's fully paid, then only the transmission of shares will be allowed by the company. This is as per the Companies Act. Now the last point, minor's liability for tort. What do you mean by tort? Tort is the civil wrong. Imagine a minor taking somebody's vehicle, met with an accident. It is a tort. So what will be the punishment? You know that traffic violation. So traffic violation, if they'll come to know that a minor is driving the vehicle, so then whoever giving that vehicle, that person will be liable. 3 months his license will be cancelled. If he met with an accident, any monetary compensation, the person who gave the vehicle to the minor will be liable to pay. And minor will be asked to do some voluntary service or some charitable service decided by based on the seriousness of the case. So minor is liable for tort. We have to remember that whatever, see minor, if he is going to a picnic spot, he is getting the clear instruction not to jump into water. But if he is jumping into water and he is injured, that meaning he is liable for that. He is given the special instruction not to jump into water, that special instruction, or any special ride or anything like that. So here you have to remember that minor is liable for tort, whatever civil wrong he is doing. So here, this is what I want to explain in this module, minor's liability with regard to agreements. Minor cannot enter into agreements. It is void. Minor's contracts are also void. Thank you. Happy learning.